established originally, but in ISKCON, it's Srila Prabhupada who established this program. Srila Prabhupada also established Ratha Yatra, the Ratha Yatra festival we are doing. And we are still doing it today. Ratha Yatra festival. These are festivals that bring devotees from different parts of the world together to celebrate, to glorify the Lordship. Massive, processions carrying the deities, into the city centers for everybody to have access to see the Lordship. That means a program whereby the Lordship gives his blessing to people forcefully. Anybody who sees him will get blessing, whether you are qualified or not. You don't need to go to the temple to see him. He himself comes out from the temple to come and see you. So you just make yourself available, even if you are the dullest person. Just come and look at the deities and get your blessings. Ratha Yatra Festival, Srila Prabhupada established it. Very beautiful. Then Food for Life is one of the programs established. Food for Life program, up to tomorrow we are doing it. And if once you separate Food for Life from ISKCON, you have amputated one of the limbs of ISKCON, then that means you are violent. You are very, very violent for amputating one of the limbs of ISKCON. So Food for Life is there, Harinam Sankirtan is there, Ratha Yatra is there, book distribution is there, book printing is there, schools. Srila Prabhupada established schools, Gurukula schools. He established farm communities. Srila Prabhupada established farm communities, and he established temples. 108 temples around the world. Srila Prabhupada established 108 temples. And you cannot separate these things from ISKCON. Once you say ISKCON, immediately you remember that there are temples, there are farm communities, there are schools, there are sastric studies, the one we are doing now. There is Food for Life, there is book distribution, Harinam Sankirtan, Ratha Yatra. Srila Prabhupada Kija, he established all this. Then once you say ISKCON, immediately you remember the 4 regulative principles to Srila Prabhupada. Deity worship standards, Srila Prabhupada. Ordinarily, if you go to India, and before Srila Prabhupada and ISKCON, the way they worship the deities, the packaging is just like our local juju people packaging. The juju worshippers, how they dress and looking very dirty, and the tilak, traditional tilak, they put very big all over their body. Something frightening. It's like saying, don't come near, you can't come close. So it's just deflecting people. But Srila Prabhupada packaging of the devotees dressing very neatly, shave their hair very neatly, and then dress very neatly, and the deities are dressed very opulently. The modernization of deity worship without losing focus on the nucleus established by Prabhupada. So Prabhupada did powerful packaging so that everything becomes so interesting and attractive that professors were joining. Professors in the universities come and shave their head and they want to live in the temple and worship deities, become pujaris. But you see traditional priests, our local priests in our villages, who want to even become them, even when the deities appoint them. Traditionally, if the deities selected them that they should become their priests, they don't want to do. Because the whole thing is awkward, looking strange, you dress in the strangest of ways and look fearful. If you go there, say you are a priest. But our priests, our modern priests, they dress in the best of dhotis and they shave their hair very neatly, especially when the Westerners join. Srila Prabhupada used them to go and flash the Indians as a matter of preaching. As soon as Indians see the Westerners, because most of the Indians, they want to go to America because they heard that America is heaven on earth. So they want to go to, their dream is to go to America so that they will go and enjoy that heaven that they are talking of. Then when they see the Americans come to India, and come and shave their head and dress with dhotis as sadhus and begin to chant the holy name melodiously with their vibrant, bodies. And then Indians begin to wonder. Say, they come and look like this. You've heard of Indian file. They know how to make line, long line, a single line like this. One person at the back of the other. Indians, they are very good at making lines. They make lines to come and see these Western devotees singing and dancing. So Srila Prabhupada brought them to the West, from the West to India. Then he used them on Harinam. Then he flashed the Indians. The Indians begin to go crazy. They want to join. They want to join. They want to join. Hey, so these Americans can take to this. So this is the success story of. They didn't recognize him when he was in India. They saw him as a struggling sadhu, one of them. But when he went to the West and came back with this, they call them dancing white elephants. Jubilant, some of them with huge bodies. All are following Srila Prabhupada, so well dressed, and they are shining, liberal, and glorifying the Lord on the street. Indians come out in their numbers, both sides of the road, coming to watch them, offering obeisances. They see that these are truly sadhus. They have been transformed. So, Westerners transformed? People from the highest, the epitome of materialism, becoming Vaishnavas, and truly, they were shining. They were having positive, vibrant aura. The devotees, followers of Srila Prabhupada. So Indians were shocked. So up till now, there is a program in India conducted by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. It is called Safari. Safari, this program is that about 350 devotees or 400 devotees from 35 to 40 countries. They travel together to visit holy places. I've gone for that program about 3 times myself. And usually we go to South India to visit all the popular places of pastimes of the Lord, places you cannot go alone. We all go together in group, large number of devotees, about 350 to 400 devotees from 35 to 40 countries. We travel these holy places, go take darshan of the deities, then a priest there, somebody there, we explain the pastimes of the Lord in that particular place until we visited the original appearance place of Lord Nisingade. Very high mountain. Throughout the day, we were climbing steps, going to the top. Finally, we got to the top, see the lotus feet of Lord Nisingade of obeisance. It is called Safari. And when we come to the town, the local temples, we organize Rathayatra, installation of deities. So this large number of Western devotees will now come and do Harinam on the street. We come and do procession of chanting. And then all those deity installation programs, they'll be conducting it. Then all the villagers, all the town will troop there to come and see these foreign devotees. By the time we go around, say thousands of devotees thousands of new people become devotees. Sometimes the whole village will follow. They want to become devotees. Then we encourage them to stay in their house and just add Krishna consciousness. Then once in a while, come to the temple. So it is a very massive problem. You see Indians crying. They are very emotional. Small time when they see these Westerners, including black, when they see black people, they'll be talking about you in your presence without knowing that you are hearing them. They'll be talking about you. Africa, then they gather college. Africa, Africa. You say, South Africa. They themselves, they speculate, then you say yes. Then they become very happy. I've spoken with African devotee. They become very happy, dancing. Go and tell the other brother, I spoke with the American, I spoke English like this. In this way, we flash them. By the time we end up in a program in a place, the whole town we gather there. And they preach to them and they made devotees out of them. It is called Safari Program. So Srila Prabhupada actually make a powerful packaging that everybody happily follows. Even you and me are attracted when we see the deities. And Srila Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada will establish the Bhagavatam classes, Bhagavad Gita classes, daily Guru Puja programs, evening Gorarati programs. Srila Prabhupada will establish all these programs. So that he acted as the founder Acharya. Srila Prabhupada functioned as the founder Acharya for ISKCON by establishing all these programs. All glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai. If you don't say jai, that means you don't appreciate Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
But Isaac, where are you? All glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
So everything, Srila Prabhupada established the Guru Puja, he established he established food for life, he established temples around the world, he established schools, farm communities, preaching programs, 4 regulative principles, Ratha Yatra, deity worship standards, he established Srimad Bhagavatam classes, daily Guru Puja, and he built a house in which the whole world can live. And of course, he established these 7 purposes of ISKCON that I posted on the. So try to save those 7 purposes, read them over and over so that will guide you in your practice of Krishna consciousness. Okay? Having said that, we say that Prabhupada has a unique relationship with every ISKCON devotee. Yes, as the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON, and the preeminent teacher or Siksha Guru and the ultimate authority within ISKCON, Prabhupada has a unique relationship with all devotees. Actually, all of us are Srila Prabhupadanungas. We are followers of Srila Prabhupada. So he has a unique relationship with all of us. To the extent that even if you have not taken initiation formally, you can chant the pranam of Srila Prabhupada. All those who are not initiated, we have not gotten a guru. When you bow down, you should chant Srila Prabhupada. Haribo?
Hare Krishna.
There is noise coming to the time. When you go and bow down to the deity now, which mantra do you usually chant?
Srila Prabhupada mantra. Pranam.
Are you sure you know it?
Yeah, that one there.
You sure you know it?
Yeah. Okay, let me try if it is the correct one. Nama Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Pestaya, Bhutali, Srimati, Bhaktivedanta, Swami, Itinamini, Namaste, Saraswati Devi, Kuruvani, Pachani, Nivisesa, Sunya Bhati, Patakshana Satani. Is that it?
Yeah,
should I add a Jai Shri Krishna Kirtan?
No, it's okay, it's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay, okay. You have accepted it. Thank you very much. You are the proper disciple, grand disciple, understand? So
okay.
both the new ones and the old ones have a unique relationship with the Prabhupada. As long as you have not taken a guru, a Diksha guru, Srila Prabhupada is your guru. So when you offer obeisances, you chant his mantra. And even those who are initiated, after chanting their guru's mantra, they still chant the Prabhupada mantra. Or you need to imagine, even if you think that some of us are not pure devotees, at least you have access to associate with the Prabhupada directly. Pure devotees, the Prabhupada. Okay? And one technique for associating with the Prabhupada books is to read. The Prabhupada is to read his books. When you read the Prabhupada books, you're actually associating with the Prabhupada. Yes. Your intelligence, your mind is associating with the Prabhupada. And that is very great. Understand? So the Prabhupada is a pure devotee. By associating with a pure devotee, by hearing from a pure devotee, you can also become a pure devotee. You're like dull iron rod. When it associates with fire, it becomes fiery. It develops the quality of fire. So similarly, when our dull minds associate with the pure mind of the Prabhupada, in due course of time, we also become pure. Okay? You associate by studying the Prabhupada, scrutinizing it. Understand? Are you getting it? Make some gestures to let me know that you're getting
it. Prabhu.
You should be responsible. That is how to do it. Oh.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, you have done it. Make I know say una dey follow the appreciation the Prabhupada. Okay?
Okay, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Okay, now we say Srila Prabhupada is the empowered representative of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You know, before Srila Prabhupada came to the West, there were some senior sannyasis that came to the West to propagate Krishna consciousness. Bhaktinata, mute first. Let me see if I can mute you. Mute yourself.
Mute you.
Let me see. It is done. So before Srila Prabhupada went to the West, some senior sannyasis went there first. They went with money, with support from the institution Gaudiya Math. They went and after months, they came back. The result is that it's not possible to preach to those people. They did not succeed. They went again, they did not succeed. These are sannyasis because Srila Prabhupada was not a sannyas then. He was a householder. Srila Prabhupada was a householder who was going from his house to the temple. Those who were living in the temple were brahmacharis, and the senior-most ones were sannyasis. Sannyasis were very highly elevated, advanced renunciants. So they're supposed to succeed where householders will fail. But they went and did not succeed. And instead, the householder before went there and he succeeded. Srila Prabhupada's spiritual master identified Srila Prabhupada as a special soul because when giving lecture, he observes. The lecturer observes the students. He sees their body movements, whether they're actually grabbing, assimilating what is given. And Srila Prabhupada's spiritual master identifies Srila Prabhupada as very, very attentive. Whenever he attends a class, he is fully attentive. And he was assimilating. And his spiritual master pointed out to him, said, if you ever have money, print books. Then later he told him that you should go to the West and present Krishna consciousness to the Westerners. You speak good English. So Srila Prabhupada got that message, that instruction in 1922. He got that instruction, but he went to the West 1966. So 44 good years, he meditated on this instruction, and finally he went there and he succeeded. You see? So Srila Prabhupada is actually special incarnation, special representative of the Parampara. Is special. So we say we should list some reasons why Srila Prabhupada, should be accepted as the empowered representative of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for the modern age. Because it was predicted that a special representative will come and will take this movement far, will spread this movement to the Western world. And there were predictions that, okay, Lord Chaitanya said, okay, you should go and give Krishna consciousness to everyone. He instructed Nityananda, his very intimate associates. Go and give Krishna consciousness to everyone. So they were going door to door to give. And he said, in the prediction that there was a revelation that if in the future some of these people escape and run to the Western world, my own representative, my empowered representative, will go to the Western world and is going to trap them and give them Krishna consciousness. And who fulfilled that? Who fulfilled that prediction? Is Srila Prabhupada. His God brothers made efforts. We are not minimizing them, but they didn't succeed. They went back with empty results. But Srila Prabhupada came to the West. All those who have run away from the East. You see the Indians in every of our centers. Srila Prabhupada come to trap them and give them Krishna consciousness. And give Krishna consciousness to the local people also. So he fulfilled that prediction of Lord Chaitanya. Therefore, he is accepted as the special empowered representative of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And for the fact that the type of people that Prabhupada gave Krishna consciousness to were the most neglected people. The most neglected people, because in the material social structure, those people who were hippies, the hippies, they have lost faith in material existence altogether. Some were from very rich families. They abandoned their families. They were living in the parks. Yes, they had the intuition of renunciation, but how to renounce? The process was not clear to them. So they left their homes and they were living in the park. Some, they vow not to wear clothes again, because anything cloth is like artificial. They want to live a natural life. It will get to a point where they will not even wear any cloth at all. There are some societies like that. They don't wear clothes. Everybody just remove their clothes before they enter. Naked, as you came from somewhere, that is how you're going to be. Anything on top of it is artificial. So they were there in the parks, trying to practice meditation, trying to do something that the society, that is completely uncommon in the society. Then Srila Prabhupada appeared there in their midst, in the Thompson Square Park. And he went there and he started playing his Midanga and Karatlas. Because when he went to the West, it was not easy. There was a time he even lived with a madman in the same hall. At a point, Srila Prabhupada has to carry his things and leave the hall, because the madman was becoming very wild. So he will go to the park with his Midanga and go and sit in his own corner also and start chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. He was playing his Midanga, chanting, practically crying for Krishna to come. Krishna, you have brought me to the West to come and represent you. That give me the ability to speak in a way that it will appeal to these people. You have brought me to this place to dance. Please make me dance, if it is your wish. So he submitted. On my own, I cannot do it. But by your grace, everything is possible. So use me as a viable instrument to fulfill your desire. This is the mood Srila Prabhupada went. And as he started chanting, the hippies who were not attracted by anything material became attracted to Srila Prabhupada. They come and join the kirtan. There are those who are musicians. They come with their guitars. They start playing along. Those who are drummers, they come, they start playing their drums along. Everybody was playing his instrument. This was how the kirtan started in Thompson Square Park. Everybody who had been frustrated materially and who were just there, they are called hippies. They don't belong to any social structure. They were like, they rejected the society. And they were there in their own world. So the Prabhupada appeared in their midst and started chanting. Then they became attracted. Then he started preaching to them about meditation. You can imagine, he's so empowered that he preaches according to time, place, and circumstances. He's not going to preach pure philosophy. He encouraged them that they are on the track, they are meditating. Already they are disgusted with the material world, that they are right. But having done so, no, now you are not this body, you are a spirit soul. So as a spirit soul, you can never be happy with any material setting. Therefore, you're not being happy, you're losing confidence in the materialistic society, you are on the right track. But then there should be positive engagement, otherwise you are going to fall back again. What are these? These are the devotional engagements. The principle of replacing lower engagements with higher engagements. Instead of singing mundane songs, you chant transcendental sound mantras. Instead of eating ordinary food, you take prasada. Instead of hearing mundane music, mundane philosophy, reading mundane literature, you read about the soul. You read transcendental knowledge. So in this way, Srila Prabhupada was very relevant. His presentation was very relevant to them, and they started following him. That was how he started making disciples among them. He made happies out of the hippies. That is Srila Prabhupada. He made happies out of the hippies. The hippies were disgruntled materially. They were completely, they have rejected material life. That time, suicide rate was very high. Somebody will climb very high building, maybe 20 stories, and will just jump down from there, come and crash. You can imagine the level of frustration. There was money. Their parents were rich, but life was like meaningless to most of them. So they were looking for an alternative, and Srila Prabhupada appeared at that time, and he gave them Krishna consciousness. So he is an empowered representative of Lord Chaitanya, and he fulfilled that prediction of Lord Chaitanya that one day my empowered representative will come and he will give Krishna consciousness to everyone. And those who are able to escape from this vicinity of Bharatavarsha, he will go to the west and give them Krishna consciousness and bring them back to me. And the Prabhupada fulfilled. And he also built 108 temples in the world, around the world. Then he established scientific preaching. Srila Prabhupada established scientific preaching. This scientific preaching, he was able to defeat the empirical approach, because the Western epistemology is that you are looking people from your own microscope, that you are superior to what you are studying. This is Western epistemology. Empirically, you want to establish that you are superior, and what you are studying is inferior. But the Eastern epistemology is that we're about to study something that is higher than us. God is actually higher than us. The laws he has made, we cannot even understand them. And if the laws are so complex and if followed properly, they give accurate results, then what about the lawmaker? Because wherever there is law, there must be lawmaker. You see? So appealing to the intelligence, to direct them to the supreme intelligence, he was able to take the scientists beyond matter. You are studying matter. You are studying laws that are already there. Who is the lawmaker? We are studying the design that is already there. Who is the designer? Huh? Wherever there is a machine, there must be a mechanic. Wherever there is a design, there must be a designer. So who is that supreme designer? Then that supreme designer is materially inconceivable. So you cannot understand that supreme designer by your limited mental and intellectual efforts. Your intelligence is finite, and you cannot confine the infinite within the purview of your finite intelligence. And this is the approach. Therefore, you need to offer obeisances. First, accept that, oh Lord, you are inconceivable. That is the meaning of obeisances, as I told you last time. Offering obeisances, lying down in the temple room means, oh Lord, you are inconceivable. We can't understand you with our tiny intelligence. Therefore, please reveal yourself. Even your creation, we cannot understand. So how can we understand you? How many of us understand the sun? Huh? We see the sun rays in the morning, and everywhere is lit up. Say, hey, the sun is there. But when you look beyond, you see that wherever there are rays, the rays are energies. There must be an energetic source. So when you look closer, you see the sun globe. You see, the sun globe is the source of the rays that you are seeing. But then still beyond the sun globe is a personality called the sun god. You see, by seeing the energy, you know that there is an energetic source. You see, so, and this energetic source is inconceivable to our calculative abilities, to our mental, intellectual abilities. Therefore, first admit that, oh Lord, you are inconceivable. I admit that you are incomprehensible. Then you offer obeisances. That is the meaning of obeisances. Then once you offer obeisances, now the Lord becomes pleased with you. Then by his own sweet will, he begins to reveal himself to you according to what you can comprehend. So this is the process of Krishna. The process of Krishna consciousness is the process of revelation. So Srila Prabhupada did scientific preaching. He made the scientists. He said, you are analyzing the body and the properties of the body. But what about the source of consciousness? Consciousness is the symptom of the soul. Do you understand the properties of the soul? The properties of the soul are diametrically opposed to the properties of the body. The properties of the body, they suffer birth, old age, this and that, they're made of matter. But the property of the soul is spiritual. Therefore, it's eternal and it's full of knowledge. And a spark, a little soul, tiny as it is, cannot even be seen by a microscope. But it animates the entire body by consciousness. So you scientists, what is the difference between a living body and a dead body? Tell me. In a living body, there is consciousness. But in a dead body, there is no consciousness. Nurse, what is the difference between a living body and a dead body?
Consciousness.
Consciousness. In a living body, there is consciousness, and in a dead body, there is no consciousness, but every other part is there. The legs are there, the hands are there, the face is there, the nose is there, the neck is there, the mouth is there, but no consciousness. That consciousness, therefore, is the symptom of the soul. As soon as the soul leaves the body, no more consciousness. As soon as the soul leaves the body, there is no more consciousness. But as long as the soul is in the body, there is consciousness. So the soul is the source of consciousness. The body itself is just a garment. The body is just a garment, and the soul inside the body is the occupant of the body. So when the occupant, like a tenant, when he leaves the apartment is there inactive until the owner enters back again. So it is the coming in of the soul, the presence or absence of the soul that makes the difference between a living body and a dead body. So the Prabhupada was able to appeal to the superior intelligence of the scientists and drag them beyond matter and let them know that matter has a source. So instead of killing yourself with the energy, why not try to understand the source of the energy, the energetic source? That is the soul. And this is individual soul. We are as individuals, we are individual souls, but there is also a supreme soul. There is the soul of the universe. Then beyond that, there is the supreme soul, the soul of all the universes combined together. That supreme soul is God. So Srila Prabhupada established strong scientific preaching. He preached to the scientists and draw the attention to the world beyond. That what you are studying is just the surface. It's just the energy you are studying. And you are given PhD just by studying what it means when a fly leaves its body and makes its wings like this. What does it mean? Then you are given a Nobel Prize. Yeah? You don't know what has left the body. You don't know the soul. You don't know about the soul. Therefore, all the logics are there, but there is no department studying Atma-logy. No department in the university dedicated to studying Atma-logy. There is biology, neurology, psychology, so many logics, but there is no department studying Atma-logy. And that is what we are giving. We are giving what is beyond your periphery. Therefore, appreciate the devotees. The devotees are not sentimental. They are spiritual, scientific, intellectuals. They are very well grounded in the philosophy of the soul. And they can defeat even the greatest philosopher. So Srila Prabhupada give the basis, give the tools for us to destroy the demoniac mentality of the people, godless mentality wanting to replace God with something else, trying to give credit to something else as the source of this world. Srila Prabhupada destroyed that kind of mentality. It's called demoniac mentality. So, Mora Senapati Bhakta, Ebe Ama Sankitana, Tixna Kadaga, Laya Antara Asura Jivara, Elibe Kautia, Yadi Yapi Chadi Dava, Dure Dese Yaya Mora, Senapati Bhakta, Yaibe Taya. Taking the sharp sword of the congregational chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Lord Chaitanya is saying, I will root out and destroy the demonic mentality in the hearts of all the conditioned souls. If some sinful people escape and giving up religious principles, go far off countries, then my Senapati Bhakta will come at that time to give them Krishna consciousness. This was the prediction of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's special weapon is the congregational chanting of the holy name of the Lord. That was his weapon. He didn't carry gun. His weapon was mantra. And that supreme mantra is called Maha Mantra. And that is saying that taking the sharp swords of the congregational chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, I will root out, his determination, I will root out and destroy the demonic mentality in the hearts of all conditioned souls. He was not going to destroy the body, but he was going to destroy that demoniac mentality in the hearts of all conditioned souls. What made us conditioned? He is going to remove it and make us unconditional. If some sinful people escape and giving up religious principles go far off countries, then my Senapati Bhakta will come at that time to give them Krishna consciousness. So this Senapati Bhakta that will go far away to those who have escaped the present of India, will go and give them Krishna consciousness. That Senapati Bhakta is Divine Grace like A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. He fulfilled that prediction. Srila Prabhupada fulfilled that prediction. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada is very, very special. Now ISKCON in the future. What can be done to ensure that Srila Prabhupada remains ISKCON founder Acharya and preeminent Siksha Guru in the future? What can we do to ensure that Srila Prabhupada remains as the preeminent Siksha Guru and founder Acharya of ISKCON? Because preeminent Siksha Guru means is the foundational Guru who instituted the purposes of ISKCON, who established the ISKCON, he registered ISKCON, he gave all the principles and operational principles in ISKCON. He established all the major components of ISKCON. As a matter of service to the society, he established all the major components. That's why at the beginning we enumerated some of the major things that Srila Prabhupada did, okay? That sets ISKCON apart from others. So what can we do? What can be done to ensure, because the world is dynamic and things are changing. And even many of the things that originally Srila Prabhupada established, some of them are even adjusted. Though carefully, but change is always constant. People change things in this world. So in the future, ISKCON, if we don't establish something very serious, some people will try to modernize it. Instead of 4 regulative principles, it will come a time they will say the principle of no illicit sex is not practical. It's not practicable. So let us make it 3 regulative principles. It will become the one that people are most addicted to. They will say that one is not practical in this age of Kali. So if you can follow only 3 or 2, you can go back to Godhead. If you are not careful, the philosophy will be adulterated to accommodate the whims of lazy devotees. So what can we do to establish or to ensure that Srila Prabhupada remain the main preeminent Siksha Guru of ISKCON? Siksha Guru means one who gives the instructions. Like now, all the books we are reading, they are all coming from Srila Prabhupada's books. We are reading Bhagavad Gita as it is. We are reading all the other books compiled by Srila Prabhupada. So his instructions is what all the gurus are studying. They are studying the instructions of Srila Prabhupada. They are applying the instructions. That's what qualifies them to become gurus. So we are also endeavoring that in the future, as Kali Yuga progresses, if care is not taken, people start adding different kinds of, to start changing so many things. So what can we do to ensure that Srila Prabhupada people remain loyal to Srila Prabhupada's foundational instructions? That is a question. So we are asking, what can we do? What to be done to keep and maintain Srila Prabhupada's position? What needs to be done to ensure that Srila Prabhupada remains the founder Acharya and preeminent Guru for ISKCON, for future generation? Because what he has received We don't want it to be adulterated. Yes, Paudi Isaac. Your hand is up. Yes.
By following the 4 regulative principles.
By following the 4 regulative principles strictly. Yes. If we are following, as long as we are following the 4 regulative principles, you will not see any need to adulterate anything. And if everybody is encouraged to follow the 4 regulative principles, and anyone who deviates from the regulative principle, will treat him as a deviant and give him some correctional measures to follow, then we see that, yes, we can ensure the continuity of Srila Prabhupada as the preeminent Siksha Guru who gave foundational instruction. Yes, thank you very much for that. Yes, what else? This will give a clue for others to become spontaneous now. Yes. Others will give suggestion about Paul. Say something. Huh? But Paul, you don't want to say anything? But Israel, what about you? Okay, let me add one. We should constantly celebrate Srila Prabhupada Vyasa Puja. If we are constantly doing Vyasa Puja for Srila Prabhupada, as we are doing in all our temples, it's already instituted. Every day, just as we do Mangala Arati, we do Srila Prabhupada Vyasa Puja. So if we can maintain that program, yes, we are guaranteed that Srila Prabhupada will remain as the preeminent Siksha Guru and founder Acharya for ISKCON. So follow the 4 regulative principles strictly, celebrate Srila Prabhupada's Vyasa Puja. Then what again? What again? But Isaac, your hand is still up, so we presume that you want to say something again. Okay. Since our guys are not becoming interactive enough, I will do it and purify myself. Yes, Bhagavad. You are muted, though. You are still muted. Click that thing that look like microphone that is red now. Click it.
By reading Srila Prabhupada's books.
By reading Srila Prabhupada books regularly. Yes. And not only reading, but by distributing Srila Prabhupada books also, as we are doing the Sankirtan process. Distributing Srila Prabhupada books and reading Srila Prabhupada books, because Srila Prabhupada want us to read the books first before we distribute them. And if we are reading the books, we are actually associating with Srila Prabhupada's vision, with Srila Prabhupada's mind. We are associating with pure devotees. So definitely we will not accommodate any deviation. Yes, thank you very much. Dr. Paul, yes, go ahead. You are not ready to go ahead. Yes.
We should always chant our 16 rounds carefully with no deviation.
Thank you very much. We should chant our 16 rounds carefully without deviation. If we do that, definitely what we have received, we maintain it and we'll be able to pass it over to the next generation. You know, we are in the kingdom of time. Time is consuming our bodies. Therefore, our bodies will fall in due course. Yes, our bodies will fall. So if we don't maintain, if we water down the chanting, in the future others will just take advantage. They will just continue from where we saw. What we hand over to them is what they will continue. So we do ourselves, we show gratitude to Srila Prabhupada by chanting our rounds without deviation. We should chant all the time. And anybody who is chanting the rounds, immediately they will say, where are the devotees? Who are the devotees in good standing? They will point to you. If you are always doing your japa, they will point to you as social devotees. So these are some of the parameters. If you are following the regulatory principles, constantly studying the proper books and distributing them, and also constantly chanting your rounds, you are a devotee in good standing. And you are a bona fide representative of Srila Prabhupada. And if we are doing that, the legacy will be preserved for future generation. Yes, thank you very much. Yes, Mom. So far, we're supposed to follow the regulatory principles strictly. We should do that. Yes. We should celebrate the Prabhupada Vyasa Push. We should distribute the Prabhupada book. We should read the Prabhupada books regularly, study the books, read them. Then we should chant our 16 rounds regularly without deviation. Yes. Then Diksha Gurus and Siksha Gurus in ISKCON should regularly glorify the Prabhupada also. Both the Gurus, Diksha and Siksha, they should regularly glorify Srila Prabhupada. They should make their devotees know that Srila Prabhupada is our founder Acharya, and it is by his grace that we are also part of this transcendental movement. So they should constantly glorify, not that you become a guru, then you begin to absorb the glories. You pass the glory on to Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. That should be your watchword, your mantra. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Constantly glorify Srila Prabhupada. Then regularly do Guru Puja to Srila Prabhupada. We have already said, as we are conducting it in the temple. Yes. We should also constantly, we should continue to project Srila Prabhupada in all our projects and missions. Just like when you have a temple, in your signboards, you write Founder Acharya, say Sri Sri Radha Govinda Mandi, then down you say Founder Acharya, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, with Srila Prabhupada picture. And if we are making letter headings, it should always be there. Our letter heading is not complete if that one is not there. Founder Acharya, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. We are making poster, the poster is not complete if on the other you don't say Founder Acharya A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Any project you are doing, when you are making the signboard, includes the Prabhupada as Founder Acharya. That is one of the ways to ensuring that, yes, we are loyal to Srila Prabhupada. And that can ensure continuity. Yes, but in Isoke, we want to hear from you. What more can we do to ensure that the Prabhupada remains the foundational Siksha Guru? Oh yeah. Waiting. They are waiting for you to give 2 points, 2, not 1. Since we are waited for long now, you have to give 2. If you don't talk quick, I will take 1 from the remaining one. Okay. Devotees should strictly follow the regulatory principles as established by Srila Prabhupada. And we should regularly quote Srila Prabhupada in our preaching. Any preaching we are doing, we should quote Srila Prabhupada authoritatively. Sometimes we should learn some Sanskrit, quote Srila Prabhupada authoritatively. Okay? And also, we should constantly abreast ourselves with the 7 purposes of ISKCON. These 7 purposes of ISKCON, I posted it on the group. So go save it, print it out for yourself so that you can paste it somewhere. You'll be seeing it every day. Then you recite it until it becomes part and parcel of you. Okay? Okay, having said this, we want to ask, are there some questions and commentaries on these points? Okay, since you have not said anything, then this is a quotation also. The letter to Bhagavan. The letter to Bhagavan, Los Angeles, 10 January 1970. I am simply the bearer of the message from Lord Chaitanya. This is the proper saying. I also thank you very much for your appreciation of my books and letters and for my speaking in the meetings. They are not my words, as I have repeatedly informed you, that I am simply the bearer of the message of Lord Chaitanya through the discipline succession, and I do not make any addition or subtraction. Similarly, if you all carry these words successively, then the transcendental parampara system will be exactly maintained, and people in general will be benefited. So this is the Prabhupada's mood. He himself does not speculate. He simply repeats what the previous Acharya has said. He's loyal to the Guru Parampara. So whatever he's saying is not him saying. He's just saying what the Gurus have repeated. That's why we study the books and we repeat what they have said. Then follow up with our intelligence. We follow up critically, then we get purification. And this is the process. Are there some questions or commentaries on these points? This is quite a short session. Are there some questions or commentaries on these points so that we can end today's class? Okay, let's make some internal summary. At the beginning, we tried to establish the Prabhupada as the founder Acharya, is the founder Acharya of ISKCON. We said to found means to give basis of firm support. To give basis of support. After you have to mute again when you're not talking, you mute. Otherwise, in trying to mute you, I've gone out myself. Okay, so we are saying that to found means to give basis or firm support to grant in. That means to give the general foundational instructions of something, to establish structure. The first person to institute something, to establish a movement or a kind of society with provision of its perpetual existence. That means he gives structure, one who gives structure to something, who designed the structure and who established, like in this case, the Prabhupada established the purposes of ISKCON. He has established everything that you can see there. And we say we should list some of the things that the Prabhupada did that make us to attest that is the founder Acharya of ISKCON. He says the Prabhupada himself, he established the book distribution program. Book distribution in ISKCON, established by Srila Prabhupada, is going on up to now. Food for Life, established by Srila Prabhupada, is going on till now. He established temple. Yes. He established temples. Yes. He established temples all over the world. So these temples are going on. Founded them. Then he established schools, farm communities, preaching programs, regular Harinam Sankirtan, He established the 4 regulative principles for the ISKCON movement, and the chanting of 16 rounds all were established by Srila Prabhupada right from the onset, foundationally. So one who gives these foundations, who gives this basic framework, so guidelines for operational guidelines, from the beginning is the founder. Srila Prabhupada did all that. Then he established the Ratha Yatra festival also, which is still going on till today. Srila Prabhupada established the deity worship process, and is still going the standard for ISKCON. Then Srila Prabhupada established the GBC, the Governing Body Commission, which is presently the highest decision-making body in ISKCON, established by Srila Prabhupada. Then he established the daily Guru Puja we are doing every morning, 7:30 or 7 o'clock, according to time and circumstances. We are doing Guru Puja with Srila Prabhupada. He established it. Then he built a house in which you will work and live, and that house is the ISKCON house, where everyone, irrespective of your background, we chant the same mantra, we eat the same prasadam, we worship the same deity together, we sit down on the mat together and eat as a global family, one big family. And in that family, you see Australians, you see Africans, you see Indians, you see Americans, you see Europeans. We all sit side by side. We all worship side by side. We are standing in the same place. We all offer obeisances to the same deities. So this is the uniqueness of ISKCON, no discrimination. We are all there. Then he established the 7 purposes of ISKCON and also the mission statement of ISKCON, established by Srila Prabhupada. Then we say Srila Prabhupada has a special or unique relationship with every devotee. Every devotee must chant Srila Prabhupada's pranam mantra, because Srila Prabhupada is our father, is our grandfather, is called grandfather Srila Prabhupada. So we are all his grandchildren. Every one of us, even those who are coming for the first time, those who are not initiated, those who are initiated, also chant Srila Prabhupada's pranam mantra, because he has a special nourishing relationship. Even if we don't have pure devotees to associate with, Srila Prabhupada himself is a pure devotee. By reading his books, you are actually associating with him. Taking to those instructions in the books, you are associating directly. In fact, all the gurus become guru by studying and putting into practice what Srila Prabhupada has established in his books. Then again, we say Srila Prabhupada, Lord Chaitanya said that he predicted that he was going to, with the sharp sword, he was going to say, taking the sharp sword of the congregational chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, I will root out and destroy the demonic mentality in the hearts of all conditioned souls. And if some sinful people escape and giving up religious principles, go far off countries, then my Senapati Bhakta will come at that time to give them Krishna consciousness. And we are saying that Senapati Bhakta is Srila Prabhupada. For all those who have left, who have gone out of the religion of India, Srila Prabhupada has brought Krishna consciousness to them. And by his mercy, by that compassionate potency of Srila Prabhupada, ISKCON was established. And by that token, we are also part of the ISKCON now. We have opportunity to participate and share in the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through Srila Prabhupada. So that's Senapati Bhakta predicted by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada is very unique. Let us know that. And that he gave Krishna consciousness to the most neglected people in the world. He turned hippies into happies. He fulfilled the prediction of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and he built 108 temples all over the world, and he did scientific preaching, establishing Sabda Pramana as the best, the process of submissive oral reception coming from an unbroken chain of disciplic suggestion as the best. Because the other day we gave the example of the ripened mango fruit. And to get this mango fruit intact, unadulterated, unpunctured, one has to climb the tree, and somebody will go closest to the fruit. The next person will be on the next branch, on and on until you get to the ground. So when the one on top pluck the fruit, he does not throw it down. He simply gives it to the next person in the next branch. That one hand it over, and the fruit will get down intact, unbroken. And this is the param system. That fruit is the fruit of devotional service. And it is carefully handed down through the unbroken chain of disciplic succession. And Srila Prabhupada has brought the succession to us, and his disciples are carrying on the legacy. Then we say, ISKCON in the future. What can be done to ensure that Srila Prabhupada remains ISKCON's founder, Acharya, and preeminent Diksha Guru in the future? And we say that these are some of the things. First, we should regularly follow the regulative principles strictly, as established by Srila Prabhupada. We should celebrate Srila Prabhupada Vyasa Puja every day. We should distribute Srila Prabhupada books as much as we can. We should regularly read and study Srila Prabhupada books. And also the Diksha Gurus and other Siksha Gurus in ISKCON should regularly glorify Srila Prabhupada. We should regularly do Guru Puja to Srila Prabhupada. Yes, we said it before, as conducted in the temple. Then we should continue to project Srila Prabhupada in all our projects. Every project, be it farm community, school, any kind of food for life project, when we are doing our banners, there should be space for the founder Acharyas like A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. It should be written there. Our letter headings, it should be there. Our banners, it should be there. Our signboards, it should be there. Our books, it should be there. Dedicated to Srila Prabhupada, as a way of showing appreciation for him and continuing his legacy without any adulteration. Then we should regularly quote Srila Prabhupada books. Then we should also follow the principles exemplarily, as established by Srila Prabhupada. The 4 regulatory principles, chanting of 16 rounds, and all the principles that Srila Prabhupada established, we should follow them. Then we should constantly abreast ourselves with the 7 purposes of ISKCON. With the 7 purposes of ISKCON. So on this note, we have come to the end of today's class. I see there are some questions or commentaries on these points. There are some questions or commentaries on these points, otherwise we bring the class to a close. Okay, thank you very much. Assimilate it. Go and please try to grab the 7 purposes of ISKCON. You should know it and should be able to recall them anytime. Try to meditate on them all the time and see where you fit in. See which area you would like to dedicate yourself and pursue in the service of the Vaishnavas for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada. Everybody is a Vaishnava, don't forget. The people we are calling Kamis, they are Vaishnavas. They are all Vaishnavas, but they are sleeping. They are sleeping Vaishnavas. All the people you are calling Kamis that are eating meat, fish and egg, gambling, maintaining all the prostitution houses and illicit sex mongering corners in the entire universe. They are also devotees, but they are sleeping. So it is our own duty to awaken them and to remind them and reconnect them. Understand? So when we begin to advance in Krishna consciousness, we realize this, that people are suffering due to lack of Krishna consciousness. And the greatest welfare work is to give Krishna consciousness to others. So, as a matter of gratitude, expressing gratitude to Srila Prabhupada, we should endeavor to give Krishna consciousness to people. And we are not happy when people are not happy. We are happy when people are happy. So we want to sacrifice our own immediate comfort for the enlightenment and happiness of others. That means you are an advanced devotee. You are advanced, you are making progress. You are actually developing compassion, and your compassion is overflowing. At that time, Krishna will be smiling at you. So that is it. That is it. Thank you very much once again. See you on Friday. Thank you, Haribo. Try to come on time next time. And the person, those people I'm talking to, they know themselves. Try to come on time next time. Yeah, if you do like you don't know yourself, I will call your name now. In fact, I will call one person's name. In fact, Bhakta Israel. Bhakta Israel, try to come on time next time. And Bhakta Israel, try to come on time. And the person with the name starting with I, please come on time next time. Hare Krishna. And we want to say, Dr. Paul, thank you very much. And Dr. Isaac, thank you very much. You are the first starters, and it's a very good example. You are living the example. We want more exemplary devotees. The name with Bhakti, I also was okay before, but now. Hare Krishna, Haribo. A question?
Papa didn't mention my name. Oh. He didn't thank
Okay,
me.
you are on the chart. You are number 3. But in yes, very good. We appreciate you. Yes, ask your question.
Okay, you were saying that there's no department in the university that studies etymology.
Yeah.
I don't know, but today there's this Prabhu Tribhuvan from he's a brahmachari. I accompanied him to Uniben today for a preaching exercise. So we went to the Department of Religious Studies. He graduated from philosophy, and we're able to reach out to the students, the undergraduates of the Department of Religious Studies. So I believe that at the BSc level, they may just be studying religious religious studies, but I think at maybe MSc level, they may now go into specialty, maybe theology. I'm just saying that I think, and I know that in University of Ibadan, they do things like study African religion. They study like Ifa and all those. I know they do some projects. I see like some white people, some of these German, some people from Germany, even from Europe. They come and learn our African tradition. Well, maybe I don't know, but I'm just saying. You said there's nothing like etymology, that's like study of the soul. But I think that they do it, but maybe not like Krishna conscious, because they were really very excited today, and we distributed books. They were very excited. The books didn't go around, but they all said they'll come to the temple and that they've never heard about Krishna. They asked questions about food eating. Prabhu taught them how to chant the Mahamatra. It was a beautiful experience. So I feel that they're actually students that are studying and they want to that their course content, their curriculum is about the study of faith, like study of God and the different mediums of how people can reach God. It's just
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, the Department of Contemporary Religion.
Yes, Pablo.
There's an indication, a pointer to that when they come to Oriental religion, where Hinduism is included. And that's why the students are always very enthusiastic. Generally, they have very little knowledge of Hinduism. Very little knowledge. They don't even, the lecturers themselves are ignorant. The lecturers do not know. And each time they are struggling. So whenever they see devotees come around, then as Oriental philosophers, there, they fill the gap for them. So it's a strength for us. If we can exploit it, we can establish, our own philosophy there. Going to devotees can teach, Oriental religion, Eastern religion, then starting with Hinduism, then they will graduate into Krishna consciousness. So it is left for the devotees to take advantage of that. But that actually means there is no department studying etymology. And we have a chance, we have an opportunity to go in to all universities that are into, comparative religion and enter from there and gradually give them Krishna consciousness. But the scientists themselves are the ones. Religious approach is something more, just some sentimental, religious philosophical approach. But the scientists who are so proud, who have become so proud that they are the ones studying the causative factor. They are the ones who are speculating about the causative factor, the cause of everything. They are trying to study it, and they are making a lot of juggleries around it. Yeah, they themselves, they don't know. So the fact remains that just as the inner focus of mathematics is numerology, the inner focus of chemistry is alchemy, the inner focus of religion is spirituality. And that spirituality begins with etymology and ends with etymology. So we have the chance, we have opportunity to give Krishna consciousness, to explain about the soul, explain about the secret journey of the soul within the body, and all similar stuff. So it's left for us to storm those areas. We should do our environmental scanning properly, identify all those places where we can penetrate to establish, to give a pointer that there's something beyond. Empirically, we can follow it, by giving the analytical study of the body is part of our philosophy, Sankhya Yoga. And the body, the elements that make up the body, earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and ego. Then we go to the soul. So we have a chance. It's an advantage to us. We need to exploit it. And Tribhuvan Prabhu has been into that since. Even though he studied philosophy, as he has become a Krishna conscious devotee, he knows about the soul. And he knows how to reach his people. He knows how to influence those departments very well. Anywhere he goes, he shines. Because he talks about the soul. And that is completely beyond their widest comprehension. Then he becomes a star. Stand out immediately. So all devotees have that opportunity. If you can just train to become a proper devotee who understands the philosophy and who can present it, you will have a chance to preach in all universities and make great. Sometimes Salika does that also. He preaches in the religious departments, and sometimes he brings all the final year students to the school, to the temple. They come and teach. Everything is new to them because there is no department called etymology. Everything is new to them. And when you start feeding them, just the basic, you are not the body, you are spiritual, start analyzing it, they open their mouth. Every time he does it, they open their mouth, they worship him practically. Hey, this one knows something. All the lecturers inclusive. The lecturers themselves are ignorant of their real identity. And you are a devotion, you are a big chance to preach. Yes. So that is it. It is true that there is no department called ethnology. And we have that knowledge. And therefore, we are needed in those places. It is not only now. Long time when I was in Enugu, the same thing. We used to go to the schools, EBS. We used to go to other schools. Even when I was in Ibadan also, we used to go to UI. And we have some lecturers who are very friendly because of our philosophy. We used to take our spiritual master there, BT Swami there, and they will preach from every angle. They will come, or the hall is full to the brim. We go to Nsuka, the same thing. So university preaching is a very powerful field for us to make devotees, serious devotees. Yes. So we should take advantage, following the footsteps of Tribhuvan Prabhu. And thank you. You are also, yes, on track. So keep it up and establish that department called ethnology. Understand? Whenever you meet the HOD for religious department, tell him that there is what is called ethnology. And try to explain ethnology to him. And from there, you will see that he will invite
But
you.
it's only Krishna that can establish that department. Oh.
Eh?
It's only Krishna that can establish that department.
Yes, now, but he will use human beings as instruments now. He said, just become an instrument. Are you refusing to become instrument?
No.
Go and make yourself instrument. Krishna is calling you. And he's calling all of you here. Anywhere you are, go to the universities and preach in that department. And they will call you. You become a regular lecturer there. Even in Accra, sometimes all the students in that department come here. About 300 plus students. They come to our temple to come and see how we worship, then listen to our philosophy, make notes, because just to pass exams anyway. But they enjoy the atmosphere, they enjoy the philosophy, they enjoy everything. So we need to practice well. Then when those people come close, they will not be disappointed. Our personal conduct and devotional practices should be strong. Then the Prabhupada will be happy. Hare Krishna. Keep it up, Hare Krishna. More of those programs. Jai. Jai.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.